At the confluence of two rivers stands a city that has been reborn countless times.
Travel companions, welcome to Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. Join us to see a unique blend of history, art, and modern energy. We traveled overland from Romania, where we've already shared several videos, and entered Serbia. It was completely unknown to us, and with that typical excitement of a new discovery, we arrived in Belgrade to spend 2 nights. Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, sits at the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers, and was also the largest city and capital of former Yugoslavia. We'll talk about its history as we go around the city. Day 1. On this first day, we'll start the tour very close to our accommodation, right in the old town. And as always, at the end of the video, we'll leave the details of it, as well as the places where we had dinner and other practical information for your visit. We'll start on the pedestrian street, on Nesmijajova Street, a lively street full of life.
This pedestrian avenue that connects Republic Square with the Kalemegdan Fortress is much more than just a street. It's where history and daily life meet. Its elegant 19th century buildings, lively cafes, and street musicians make every step tell a story. Walking this pedestrian street lets you feel Belgrade's pulse and experience its past and present. Belgrade was the center of a now-defunct nation for much of the 20th century. Yugoslavia was born after the First World War as the Kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, an attempt to unite the peoples of Southern Europe under a single flag. It became Yugoslavia, a federation of republics with Belgrade as its capital. Our steps now take us to Republic Square.
Republic Square is the main meeting point in Belgrade. In the center stands the statue of Prince Mihailo, a symbol of independence and national pride. Around it, the National Museum of Serbia and the National Theatre frame one of the city's most iconic places. Here is where urban life begins, with strolls, cultural events, and the modern pulse of Belgrade. We'll keep sharing its history. After World War II, Marshal Josip Broz Tito led an independent socialist country that did not align with either the United States or the Soviet Union. But after Tito's death in 1980, tensions between the republics grew, and in the 1990s, Yugoslavia fragmented into the countries we now know as Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Slovenia, Kosovo, North Macedonia, and Montenegro. Belgrade remained the capital of Serbia, inheriting both the cultural legacy and the scars of that shared past. Belgrade remains a city of contrasts between East and West, history and modernity, a place that embodies Yugoslavia's past and Serbia's present. The walk takes us out of the old town and we arrive at the Serbian parliament. The Serbian parliament is among Belgrade's most impressive buildings. Opened in 1936, it symbolizes the nation's pride and strength. Its neoclassical design
And large green dome dominate Nikola Pasic Boulevard. Remembering when Belgrade was the capital of the kingdom, and later Yugoslavia. In front of the parliament stands the Old Palace, former residence of the Obrenović dynasty. Today, it's the seat of Belgrade City Hall, but still shows royal elegance from another era. Its gardens and its classical facade are a testament to the splendor of the Serbian monarchy and the city's aristocratic past. We went in July. It was extremely hot when we arrived in the city, and the walk obviously was a bit slow. For this reason, we're now heading to St. Mark's Orthodox Church, but we stopped to have something to drink first and rest a little. While we walk, I'll tell you that, as you'll see on the signs, Serbia uses two alphabets, the Cyrillic alphabet and the Latin alphabet.
Orthodox Church, Marcos Orthodox Church. Orthodox Church, Orthodox Church.
St. Marcus Church is among Belgrade's most majestic temples. Built in the 1930s, it combines the Byzantine style with medieval Serbian grandeur.
Inside, King's Rest and its murals and mosaics reflect the spiritual depth of the Serbian people. Surrounded by Tesmajdan Park, St. Mark's is a haven of peace in the midst of the city's rhythm.
The Orthodox Church of Mark.
The free tour started here the next day. I always suggest doing it on the first day, but our schedules didn't align. We'll walk a bit more, about 800 meters or so, and we'll arrive at one of the most visited museums in the city, the Nikola Tesla Museum. In Brakar, a quiet neighborhood near the St. Sava Temple, lies one of Belgrade's most fascinating places, the Nikola Tesla Museum. Small but full of energy, it holds the inventions, documents, and belongings of the Serbian genius who transformed electricity's history. The tours are guided in Serbian or English, and they demonstrate experiments with coils and explain how Tesla dreamed of bringing free energy to the world. The entrance fee is about 800 dinars, which is approximately €7 for the guided tour in English, and 400 dinars, about €3.5 for the guided tour. In Serbian, payment is cash only, and arriving early is wise since groups enter in turns and crowds form.
In the post, I'll leave you the website, and there you'll find the visiting hours. We haven't discussed the Serbian currency yet. It's the dinar. €1 is about 117 dinars currently. We're now going to visit one of the most impressive Orthodox cathedrals we've seen so far. But we took a little detour because we knew there was a market nearby. Several people told us it was a city with little to see, and others asked us for our
Impressions of it when they saw on Instagram that we were there. We support discovering places rather than comparing them, as we believe cities are never truly comparable. In our case, there still hasn't been a place in all these years that we haven't liked. We believe it's worth including Belgrade in a trip.
Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for the video.
The Temple of St. Sava is the spiritual heart of Belgrade and one of the largest Orthodox temples in the world. It is built on the site where, tradition says, the Ottomans burned St. Sava's remains, the most revered Serbian saint and founder of its Orthodox Church. Since then, this place has become a symbol of faith, resistance, and national pride. Construction began in the early 20th century, but was stopped by wars, governments, and crises. And, although it can already be considered complete, there are still more details missing inside. Its white dome dominates the Brakar neighborhood and is visible from almost anywhere in the city. By day, the marble shines in the sun. At night, lit up, it appears to float above Belgrade. Inside, the temple impresses with golden mosaics covering every corner, depicting biblical scenes with unreal beauty. The acoustics make even a whisper turn into an echo, and the air has that mix of silence and reverence that you only feel in great sacred places. Honestly, we loved the temple. I think that just
Seeing this Orthodox Church of St. Sava makes it worth visiting Belgrade. It has many other things.
but just coming in here makes it worthwhile. Admission is free. The surroundings also invite you to stay. Beside the majestic St. Sava temple stands a small church often mistaken for a chapel. In reality, the first temple dedicated to St. Sava was built here long before the great sanctuary that stands today. The neighborhood. Built in the 1930s, when hopes for a larger national temple remained, it was the only active place of worship on Brakar Hill for years. It's a modest building with a cozy, warm interior where daily liturgies are still held. Locals still refer to it as the Little Church of St. Saba. It holds special value
As it symbolizes the link between the old spiritual project and the new temple's splendor. Seeing the small, simple one next to the grand cathedral feels like witnessing the past and present of Serbian faith in one place. We discussed if visiting Belgrade is worthwhile. I'm one of those who thinks that just being able to see this temple from the inside makes it worth coming all the way here.
Thank you.
Time was passing and we were tired. We decided to head back from
This rather long walk, go to the hotel, and then have dinner a street away, which you can't miss during your visit to Belgrade. But on the way, the remnants of a not-so-distant war would surprise us.
Next to Nesa Boulevard stand the ruins
Of the old Ministry of Defense. They're not just remains of concrete and steel. They're an open wound in recent memory. The building was bombed in 1999 during NATO's air campaign in the context of the Kosovo War. It was one of the most significant attacks on the capital, and since then, its destroyed walls have remained standing as a testimony to that moment. For some, these ruins symbolize resistance and memory. For others, they remind us of the human and political cost of that conflict. Today, the site provokes silence and reflection, the visible scars of a war. In the days after the journey, we would enter Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we would continue to see painful and large scars of war that gave us goosebumps and left us speechless. Belgrade decided to leave those ruins there as a reminder, as part of its history.
The trees are green, the ocean is grey. Verlas.
But we continued our journey. We would go to the hotel to go out again. Now, yes, to one of those places you can't miss at night. A must-see in Belgrade, Skadarlija, the Bohemian neighborhood. I'll leave all the names written for you so you don't lose them, because I just pronounce them in Spanish as I see them.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Its cobblestone streets, its weathered facades, and its unmistakable atmosphere transport you to another era. At the end of the 19th century, Skadarlija became a refuge for poets, painters, musicians, and actors. Here, among taverns lit by lanterns and the aroma of local wine, the artistic spirit of Belgrade was born.
Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
Like Montmartre in Paris, this small neighborhood was the hub of Serbian cultural life for decades. In its famous cafenas, intellectuals debated art and politics, while Roma orchestras filled the night with melancholic melodies.
Subscribe channel.
Today, Skadarlija still preserves that bohemian charm. Many of the same taverns remain open, some with over a century of history. Their walls display portraits of those who shaped the city's identity, such as writers like Dura Hartzik or musicians who defined generations. And while we walk through its streets, we remind you that if you haven't subscribed yet, do so to not miss any of our videos. Guides and assistance from many countries with city itineraries, as well as asking you to like and share it. If you love finding new places,
Subscribe to the channel.
as the sun sets, Skadarlija comes alive with violins, laughter, and clinking glasses, reviving a place where art never sleeps. Thank you for the... Skadarlija is a living testament to the history, culture, and bohemian dawn of Belgrade, and it has a captivating charm. We had dinner here both nights. I'll show the pictures and receipts at the end of the video. But as I told you, this is a must-see in Belgrade. Just like I mentioned at the Church of St. Sava, I'm also telling you that you can't miss this neighborhood. It was time to rest. Tomorrow, we would explore an important part of the city. Day 2. Today, we will start with a free tour. As we always say, it really helps us get to know a bit about the city whenever possible. We think it's ideal to do it on the first day, but this time we couldn't, so we left it for the second day. Remember that the tour isn't free, despite its name. At the end, you'll leave a payment that you think is appropriate. With this tour, walking, we head towards perhaps the most iconic place in the city, Kalemegdan Park, and its fortress.
Where the Danube and Sava rivers meet. A hill rises here that has witnessed centuries of history.
At the top,
Among stone walls and centuries-old trees lies the park and the Kalemegdan Fortress, the oldest symbolic heart of Belgrade.
park.
From this strategic point, the people who inhabited these lands watched the horizon, keeping an eye on the course of the rivers and defending the city. The place was a military fortress, the scene of battles, and a meeting point between East and West.
Park.
The name Kalemegdan comes from Turkish. Kale means fortress, and Megdan means battlefield, a precise description of its history. Every stone, every tower, and every cannon tell stories of conquest, destruction, and rebirth. Today, the walls that once protected the city offer one of the most impressive views in Eastern Europe. From its bastions, we can see the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, a natural spectacle. In the center of the enclosure, standing on a white stone column, rises the Victor, the most famous sculpture in Belgrade and the symbol of the city. Forged in bronze by the artist Ivan Mestrovic in 1928, it is the image of triumph and freedom, a tribute to the resistance of the Serbian people. All around it, the park's paths wind between gardens, sculptures, and ancient ruins. Families, artists, and tourists mingle in a landscape where history blends with everyday life.
Thank you for the video.
As we walked with our guide, she told us about the history of Belgrade and what we can see in the city.
We finished the tour here, and we decided to stay a little longer, so we could later take
The tram for free.
Public transportation in Belgrade
Has only recently become free. Not everything is free. There are no lines to the airport, so check ahead. But city trams, for example, are free. It's a way to reduce car traffic on the streets, and something we as tourists can take advantage of so we don't get tired. Line number 2 has a route that we can take to get to know more of the city. We're heading to the Cathedral of San Miguel.
In central Belgrade stands the iconic Cathedral of Archangel San Miguel. Its golden tower is visible from almost anywhere in the historic center. Built between 1837 and 1840, this Orthodox church marked a renaissance
After times of Ottoman domination. Its style blends classicism and Baroque details, reflecting the identity of a country between East and West.
But today, we're going to enjoy a modern walk along the Sava River, the Belgrade waterfront. From the historic center, it's about 2 kilometers, so if you're tired, you can take public transportation.
We chose to walk, and we slowly made our way through the streets until we arrived. It was a lovely walk.
We're at the Belgrade waterfront, one of the most modern and surprising areas of the city. Subscribe. On the banks of the Sava River, this new neighborhood combines skyscrapers, luxury hotels, restaurants, and a riverside promenade that's perfect for an evening walk.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
The river walk is spectacular when you go out. From here, you can see the Belgrade Tower, the tallest building in the country, which lights up at night and gives the skyline a futuristic touch. It's the ideal spot to spend the afternoon, grab a drink, or enjoy the city's modern vibe.
Subscribe.
The Belgrade waterfront highlights the city's modern, cosmopolitan side, while preserving the unique energy that makes Belgrade special.
Subscribe.
Honestly, taking a walk around here is highly recommended. It's an area you should add if you're visiting Belgrade.
Subscribe.
And in our case, after enjoying the afternoon and after the evening fell, we would return to the Skadarlija neighborhood for dinner.
Thank you.
Our time in Belgrade passed quickly, and we still had places left to visit. Among them, the residence of Princess Ljubica,
A restored Ottoman house, the Ethnographic Museum of Serbia, or the Museum of Yugoslavia, where Marshal Tito's tomb is located. Honestly, I was really sad that I couldn't visit the last one. The next day, we would visit the Semun neighborhood and the Gardos Tower by car, because they are farther away.
Crossing the Sava River from downtown Belgrade, we arrived at Semun, one of the most picturesque and historic neighborhoods in the city. Its cobblestone streets, low Austro-Hungarian-style houses, and peaceful atmosphere make it feel like a completely different world from the modern pace of downtown. Through alleyways, we reached the highest point, the Gardos Tower, built in 1896. This tower dominates the landscape and provides one of the best panoramic views of Belgrade and the Danube River. Coming to this tower is almost a must-have experience. From above, you can see the old town of Semun, the boats sailing on the river, and the city skyline in the background. We came in the morning, but we think it's an ideal place to come at sunset, to see the facades bathed in light and hear the sound of the river. Semun, it blends history, charm, and tranquility, making it the perfect place to experience Belgrade's most romantic and authentic side. But let's get to the practical information. We promise to share hotels, dinners, and other details here.
So let's go. We traveled with a rented car in Romania before renting. Make sure to check if they allow you to enter Serbia or other Balkan countries, because honestly, it's hard to find one that allows entry to all of them. I mentioned many countries. Search thoroughly. All the links are always in the description, and on the blog, which you can access from this QR code. We stayed, as we said, in the historic center, the perfect location to walk everywhere and enjoy Belgrade's pedestrian street. Almost next to the hotel, there's a shopping mall where we were able to go for some shopping. No elevator, just stairs. The rooms were quite spacious. The service was very good, and the hostess was always attentive to make sure we were comfortable and to give us any information we needed.
Thank you for watching it.
Breakfast is served at the bar next door. In July, we paid €110 per night for the double room with breakfast.
Thank you for watching the video.
We had dinner at 2 different restaurants, as I mentioned, in the Skadarlija neighborhood. I'll leave here the names and the receipts for each one. There were 4 of us, but you'll find the details of what was consumed there. Both restaurants were really, really good. I'll say it again, the area is beautiful. It's really worth coming here at night.
Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.
If you enjoyed Belgrade, you must see this city too.